Hello, and I'm back with another little mini video. Now, if you have an old analog oscilloscope like I do, for example, this is a Tech 2235, you might have a switch on there that says Beam Find. Let me just point this out here with the pointer on the right here. And that, of course, stands for Beam Finder. And you use this switch when you can't find your trace anymore. And also, this switch is non-latchable. It does not latch. So I keep pushing it in, comes right back out, and that's for a reason. Now, when would you use this? Again, as I said, when you can't find your trace. I'll go ahead and take the trace here. I'll go ahead and make it go off screen. And when I press the beam find, you can see here that shows me that the actual trace is still around. And what I can do while I have this depressed in, I can go ahead and use the position control, for example, and I can go ahead and bring this downwards, or if it would be all the way on the bottom past the bottom part of the screen, I could bring it up. And also I can use the horizontal position control to move it left or right. Basically what this does is it reduces the gain so that the trace basically is brought back onto the screen. Anything else I can say about this thing here? Yeah, also even if let's say the intensity would be completely turned down, I'll go ahead and turn down the intensity so we don't even see a trace. We'll go ahead and bring it down. There's your trace. Now it's gone. And you're wondering, okay, what's up? Where's my actual trace at? Now if I use the beam finder, you can see right there, we know the trace is right. It's still actually around and has not disappeared. Wrong button. I've got to bring up the intensity again. Now I can go ahead and move it back up. Now right now I changed the triggering from automatic to normal, and I don't have any input to the scope, and you see the trace has basically disappeared. That happens to me also. That can also make the trace disappear. And if you have the normal triggering switch pushed in and you don't have your level control set right, you might end up with this blank screen. But if I press the beam finder, and I actually show there's actually a trace actually there, and if I go back to automatic triggering, you can see the trace actually shows back up. Now, if you're one of those people that loves to measure DC voltages with your scope, which is something I don't do, I use my meter. And let's say, for example, you set up the scope and you're measuring the DC voltage, and like right here I have my volts per division on 1 volt per division. That means each little square here is 1 volt, but I'm feeding in a 10 volt DC voltage. So the voltage basically just went off the screen because it's too high. Now I can go ahead and see if I can't bring that cursor down. See that right there? And I'll go ahead and make it go off again. Let me see where that baseline was at. I'll go ahead and put it in. I put it in the ground position now, so I can get my baseline right here. And then I'll go ahead and put it back in the DC position, and the trace should go off the screen because my vertical control here is set up for 1 volt per division. And if we count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, anything over 4 volts is going to be off screen, and I'm feeding in 10 volts right now. So I'll go ahead and put it back in the DC position, and you can see the trace disappeared and went back up. Now if I press the beam finder, you can see we still got something. So what I could do is actually go ahead and use that vertical control. I push in the beam finder, hold it, and use the vertical control, and I can go ahead and bring the whole thing down, like basically like that. But where's the baseline then? So I have to go ahead and bring this back up again. I've got the scope now in the ground position. That's the baseline. So actually my approach was what I should do. I should go ahead and change the volts per division. So I'm going to go ahead and change it to, let's say, 5 volts per division. And I'll put the scope back in the DC position. And you can see it's filling, basically it's filling 2 squares, which is 10 volts. That's basically what should be done. You just go ahead and change the volts per division. If your trace has disappeared, you're measuring the DC voltage, you don't know where the trace is, but your beam finder tells you it's there, and you can go ahead and bring it, basically go ahead and hit the beam finder since you know it's there, and then we can go ahead and bring the trace down, or just go ahead right away and change the volts per, basically volts per division. And then we can go ahead and find the baseline by putting it back into the AC mode right there. Do a little fine adjust, and then back into DC, and it's filling basically 2 squares. Anything else to say about a beam finder? Probably not much. Well, it's an underrated switch. Okay, that's about it. Thanks for watching.